What don't people realize is a complete waste of money? Payday loans. The interest is extortionate, and even if you pay it back, you'll still be short this month. If you have a bill you can't pay, call the company. They want your money any way possible and want to help you meet those payments in a way that's achievable for you. More often than not, they'll take this month's bill and spread it out over future months' bills. This takes the stress off and doesn't incur massive interest charges. It's much better than missed payments, which often lead to bank charges, etc. It's easy to let things spiral out of control, but the moment you make that phone call to your supplier, stresses are lifted off. Acillococcinum, the homeopathic cold remedy with literally 0 active ingredients, that costs literally hundreds of dollars per ounce. It's similar to this, which will enrage you if you have never read about it. People died because of this fraud. https://n.wikipedia.org/wiki/quadro_tracker. The Quadro Tracker was invented by Wade L. Quattlebaum, a former used car salesman from Harleyville, South Carolina. He was said to have devised the Quadro Tracker after he was trying to invent something to find lost golf balls. It was sold through his company, the Quadro Corporation, between 1993 and 1996. Around 1,000 Quadro trackers were sold at prices of between $400 and $8,000 per unit. They found that the Quadro tracker contained no electronics whatsoever. It was merely an empty plastic box in which the only metal parts were a couple of wires and the antenna, which were not connected to each other. The antenna was merely a transistor radio aerial. https://www.bloomberg.com/news/articles/2013-07-11/ In Iraq, the bomb detecting device that didn't work except to make money. By the time police in Britain raided his offices 9 days later, McCormick had spent 3 years selling the Iraqi government these devices, sometimes for more than $30,000 each. The best estimates suggest that the authorities in Baghdad bought more than 6,000 useless bomb detectors, at a cost of at least $38 million. Auto-pay memberships for services you haven't used in months. This is insidious, and there are stores that do this too. My wife bought a pair of running shoes from somewhere and they told her to get a discount she could sign up for their VIP club, but what they did not make clear was that while initially free, it is a $44.95 auto-renewal every year. I got it cancelled, but there were tons of complaints online of people who had, though they cancelled it, finding the charge on their credit card statement a year later. Ugh! I did the same thing at this same store because I bought shorts and a long sleeve. Got hit the first time and was pissed, blamed myself and asked them to cancel. Then the next year it hit again and I was so pissed. I called again and they didn't get why I wanted to cancel. I had to push them really hard to get them to refund it. It's a bad strategy. Runners are loyal and spend hundreds of dollars a year. I'll never go back to this store because of a yearly charge they couldn't bother to cancel for me that was a fraction of the amount I spend on running stuff each year. People complain constantly about paying $2.49 for a gallon of gasoline, but willingly buy bottled water at a converted rate of $8.00 $12.00 per gallon. Do the math. It's eye-opening. Edit, who knew people were so passionate about their bottled water? Apparently, while I was at work, thousands of people read my comment and dozens of them misinterpreted it. I was referring to people who go to the convenience store and grab a 20 ounces bottle of name-brand water for something like $1.49. I used the word converted to specifically indicate that when people do that, they are paying the equivalent of $9.54 per gallon. I was not referring to going out and buying water by the gallon/case. I simply was pointing out the irony that some people will pay around $10 per gallon for the most abundant natural resource on the planet, while complaining about paying 1/4 of that for something that is extracted from underground, heavily refined and processed, and shipped in specialty containers with major safety concerns. Cigarettes. I just quit a month ago after 10 years of 2 packs a day. I'm saving almost $400/month just by kicking the cigs. On top of creating so much useless garbage, they just aren't even worth buying. For real. Like you, I quit after 10 years about 6 months ago. I smoked about a pack of premiums a day, 20 cigs/pack at $15 to $16. I think for me, I had just grown up with cigarettes being a built-in cost like a phone bill or some form of necessity that you don't even think about, so you just pay it without much thought. It's actually amazing how much money I've been saving these past 6 months. It's like I tacked on a $6,000 raise to my salary. To anyone looking to quit, here's how I did it in 1 month's time. Bought a Smock Alien Vape Kit and 3x 100 ml 12 mg nicotine juice. Like $2.50-ish all in. Buy a few packs, remove all cigarettes and put them all in a Ziploc bag. Place the bag somewhere out of sight out of mind. Like on top of the fridge. In the morning ration out 3 cigarettes. 1 for morning, 1 for lunch, 1 for afternoon. Or however you want to divvy it out that works for you. You don't even really have to follow a routine, just limit yourself to 3 a day. Between cigarettes, vape whenever you get the urge. Do this for about a week or 2. Now cut down 1 cigarette a day. For me, I found it easiest to cut out the middle cigarette. Mornings were tough, and I liked my nightcap. To each their own. Find the time you could most do without. Keep vaping. Do this until the last week of the month or you're 3 weeks in. Cut down to 1 cigarette a day. For me, cutting out my last smoke of the day was easier than my morning smoke. I went to bed craving a smoke, but it made the morning so much better. Vape. Finally, after 30 days cut out that final smoke. It's going to be tough at first but just keep vaping. There were times in the morning where I'd let my coffee get cold because I was hauling too much to notice. That's fine. Just get that nicotine rush and go about your day. Voila! I used a similar method to quit vaping as well. Except rather than going to 3 puffs a day, I weaned down from 12 mg to 0 mg nicotine. By the end I had no desire to keep vaping. Multi-level marketing business. Literally, you will waste your money in an attempt to make money. They are designed to be a scam and you are designed to lose. I wish they would finally all be done away with. Never have I ever worked a job where I need to spend money on a $500 kit and then, just to qualify to make money, also be required to literally buy anywhere from $50 to $150 worth, every single month, of the same garbage I am trying to peddle to other people. That monthly spending requirement just to be eligible to make money goes way beyond stock replenishments, it piles up into product you can't move, it makes absolutely no sense, and people need to realize that, in all these MLM companies, once you are at, I believe, the 9th level of the pyramid as far as recruiting goes, in order for those people at the bottom to make money, they would need to recruit somewhere like 2 times the amount of the Earth's population. If my stats are off, someone please correct me. These companies are disgusting predatory vultures only concerned with money being funneled up to the top dogs. You can never make money just selling product alone, you have to recruit, which causes you to abuse relationships with friends and family and see them as dollar signs rather than important people to you. Most people signed up with an MLM are currently losing money and will walk away having lost money rather than sold anything because the system is designed for you to fail. Nobody waste your money on buying into these things. They are, quite literally, a money waster. The worst is that these people actually think they are running their own business. My friend is great with his hands, can install sprinkler systems, can do yard work, paint houses, etc. He could run a successful handyman business but instead wastes his time on MLM all the time thinking it's more legit. There's a lot of blue-collar millionaires all over. Hate to be a one-upper but I have a Harvard graduate in the family just torching half her prime earning years on this garbage. It'll be 5 or 6 years wasted when it's run its course. Talks about her business all the time, like that's part of it for them that you get to say that. Why don't you just start your own goddamned business so you can actually make some money when you work hard? It literally makes zero sense on any level that these companies are still able to seduce smart people.